Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Hope. For today's video, I'm going to be doing a recap of all of my favorites from 2022. I'm going to go ahead and put timestamps on the screen in case you want to skip around to a certain section. I recently uploaded my shoe collection part 1 and part 2, but I narrowed down to some of my favorites from this year. And the first one we have is a pair of sneakers. These are the Axel Arigato Marathon Runners, I believe that's the name of it. This is definitely one of my most worn shoes from 2022. I feel like they're super versatile because it's simple. It goes with any outfit, honestly, but it's also practical because it's comfortable. Didn't have to break them in or anything, so definitely would recommend. It's one of my favorite shoes in my entire collection. Next shoe is the Doc Marten 1461 Oxfords. I've been wanting these for quite a while now and it was always sold out. Earlier this year I noticed it was back in stock in majority of the sizes, so I was able to pick it up and I definitely am happy that I did. It's one of my favorite shoes in my entire collection. I feel like Doc Martens are pretty timeless and like classic. As long as you wear these with socks, they are pretty comfortable. In the beginning it is a little bit stiff around the ankle part, the leather, but as long as you wear socks you're good. Another shoe favorite is the Naked Wolf Saturn boots. I got this I think in 2020 or 2021, I can't remember. Fits really well with the type of outfits I like to wear or my style. It's just a super chunky combat boot. I personally like anything that can give me extra height. I find these pretty comfortable even though it is a little heavy because it is chunky. You don't have to break them in or anything and I don't get any blisters. The last shoe favorite I have is the Tony Bianco Fantasy boots. I think that's what the name is. It's just a black leather knee-high boot. The reason that this is my favorite out of the different boots that I have is because the heel isn't too high, so it's actually pretty wearable. It's comfortable, you don't have to break them in or anything. They're easy to walk in and it's a perfect height for like more petite legs. I want to thank today's video sponsor, which is Scentbird. If you guys aren't familiar with Scentbird, they are a subscription service where you can try out different fragrances every month. They have over 600 different brands to pick from. It's the perfect way to discover new scents. This is how the packaging looks. It's the perfect size for traveling or even throwing in your bag. For the longest time, I've kind of stuck to the same type of fragrances, which are usually sweet and fruity scents. That's my personal favorite, but I'm always down to discover new scents that are similar to that. So the scents that I chose for this month are Juice Pure Sugar, which has notes of wild strawberry, pink grapefruit, pink pepper, jasmine, and praline. Exactly like what I typically like. It smells sweet and fruity. And then I got Ash East 12th. This one has notes of rose, black cedar, and orange. The next scent I got is Skylar Urban Rose. This one has notes of pink pepper, lemon leaves, dewy violet, magnolia, and amber. And the last scent I have is the same brand as the first one, so it's Juice 100% Chilled. It has notes of red berries, bergamot, orange blossom, coconut water, and cashmere wood. This one is probably my second favorite because it's another sweet smell, but I really like the coconut water. It makes it smell really fresh as well. So if you guys are interested in checking out Scentbird, you guys can click the link in my description box and use my code HOPEC, which I'll put on the screen, and that'll give you 55% off your first month at Scentbird, which makes it around $8 for your first month. First item I have is the Princess Polly Cali leather jacket. It is faux leather, by the way, and I have this in black as well as brown, but the black one is definitely my favorite. This is one of my most worn clothing items this year. It's just a simple leather jacket, so I was able to wear this a ton with different outfits. Very versatile. So moving on to some denim, I have two different ones. The first one is the Abercrombie 90s low-rise jeans, and I actually have this in a couple different colors. I showed it in the try-on portion, but this one right here is definitely my favorite. It's the one that has the rips on the side of the thigh. I've mentioned this specific jean multiple times on different videos, and I said it was my favorite because of the dip in the waist. It kind of has a slight V shape, which I feel like is super flattering on the waistline. The only complaint I have about these jeans is the fact that each color kind of seems to vary in size. Even though it's the same exact style of denim and same size, I noticed that certain colors run bigger for some reason. Like the black one definitely runs the biggest, but I still do love the denim, but I just wanted to point that out. And then the other pair of jeans that was one of my favorites this year are from Aeropostale. Actually, it is just a really relaxed fit, but surprisingly the length was actually pretty good. I don't think this was a short length. I think it was just like regular. I just like how comfortable these were, and the material also is a bit on the thinner side, so it's a very comfortable denim in comparison, I would say the Abercrombie jeans are thicker, stiffer denim, which I know a lot of people do prefer that because it does last longer, but I personally do think the thinner denim is a little bit more comfortable to wear. So it just depends on personal preference. Another favorite is the Lululemon Define jacket in black. I was influenced by TikTok to pick this up and definitely was happy with it. It lived up to the hype. It's super flattering. If you guys don't know about this jacket, basically TikTok labels it as like the BBL jacket because it's supposed to be super flattering. It snatches your waist and everything, and I would say it definitely does that. And I actually get a lot of use out of it too. I wear this to Pilates with just like regular leggings. So next up are the Skims long sleeve vintage tees. These are just like basic long sleeve shirts. The material of these are just super comfortable and soft. I don't really have a lot of footage of like me wearing them, but I usually wear these just to lounge, and that's where I got the most use out of it. It's super comfortable. As you guys can see, it's a very stretchy material, and I have this in multiple different colors and I love all of them. Similar to that is the Amazon basics that are similar to Skims Fits Everybody collection. I think it was a really good find. It's super comfortable and honestly a really good price in comparison to Skims. I'm not going to talk too much about it just because I recently posted a video going into detail over the comparisons between the two. We're almost done with clothing, but the next favorite is the Princess Polly Braden leather pants. These I think were a favorite last year as well. I think I've already talked about this quite a bit, but it's just a pair of flare style leather pants. It's a more fitted style. It's a very comfortable leather. It's pretty stretchy. The only thing I want to mention is the length is a bit long on me, but I did notice that they actually have this in multiple different size options now. So they have curved, regular one, which is this one, tall, and petite. Other favorite is these fleece line tights that I got from Amazon. If you don't have a pair, I would definitely recommend it because it's the best way to wear skirts and dresses during the winter time. I feel like they look pretty realistic to wearing black sheer tights. Similar to that are these Yes Style sheer tights. So these are just regular sheer tights, so they're not going to actually give you like any warmth. But I like this specific pair because I'm pretty picky with the nude. I don't like when they look really fake, so I feel like this does look pretty realistic to skin. These are pretty sensitive, so they will rip if you like snag them, but I usually get these in bulk anyways, so I just order a bunch whenever I place a Yes Style order and then have it in case one of them rips. So I have both the black and the nude one. And then the last accessory favorite is this Diesel belt. I think it works well with my outfit since I tend to go for simple outfits. Like I don't wear crazy patterns or anything, so something like more fun belt or accessory is a nice addition to the outfit. Next up are beauty favorites. The first one is Grande Lash. I've used this for about 2 to 3 months and I do think it works. I don't know if you guys can tell because my eyelashes are pretty short in general. They are longer than what they typically would be without it. I would just make sure to look up all the potential side effects before you do use it, but for me, I haven't had any negative reactions and I have noticed it does work. Next is the Fenty Gloss Bombs. This has been one of my favorites for like 4 years now. I think is that when it came out. It's the only lip product I use besides lip liners. And then the last beauty favorite is the Kosas concealer. I've never really been a concealer girl since I have super dry skin and most concealers are too drying. The Kosas one is the only one that seems to work. I have super sensitive skin as well, so I liked that this was clean beauty product. So if you do have similar skin where it's like sensitive and dry, I would recommend trying the Kosas one out. The last couple of favorites are kind of random, but first is the shoe organizer from Bed Bath & Beyond. The way I was storing my shoes earlier were just like all laid out on the floor, so it's not the most practical. And I found these shoe racks from Bed Bath & Beyond that fit perfectly side by side in my closet. It just makes everything look more organized, so I'm happy that I picked that one up. And then the next favorite is ClassPass. If you guys aren't familiar with it, it's basically an app that you purchase credits to do different things like workout classes, nails. You can get eyelash extensions on it. Pilates class I take is usually around 5 to 6 credits, so that makes it around $12 to $13. So those were all of my favorites for 2022. Thank you to Scentbird for sponsoring today's video. Everything will be linked in the description box, and thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.